Welcome to another Manifest Monday. Welcome to another Manifest Monday. You already know what time it is, man. It's Manifest Monday. I'm Brian, Hyppolite Manifest Mentor. I'm excited to share this opportunity with you, for you to grow, for you to become a greater version of yourself. Yeah, I don't know what your Mondays look like, but if you take this opportunity right now to pour into yourself, I guarantee you're gonna be making a worthy investment into the rest of your week. You know what I mean? A lot of us we start our Mondays and we get into it. I guarantee you, so many of us started this morning just getting to our task, just accomplishing whatever demands was on our roles and our titles and stuff like that, man. Like, well, what if, what if we begin our days and before you give yourself to your roles, your titles, your whatever, you give a little bit to yourself. Before you give yourself to the world, before you give yourself to anything else, you give yourself to yourself. Like you prioritize meditation, you prioritize fitness, maybe you prioritize reading, maybe you prioritize creative expression, whatever it is, you deserve that time. I mean, allowing yourself to have that time is definitely been critical, or I mean, it's definitely going to be critical, and you get into your next level. Your next level is going to require the next version of you. And that should be exciting. It shouldn't be something that we hesitate about, something that we get scared of, something that we move away from. Like we should be running full speed towards the things that's going to push you towards the next level. I'm a mentor because I've always needed a mentor. I've always wanted a mentor. So this is really, it's really such a self-healing thing for me now to be a mentor. But I love seeing gold inside somebody, like a great being, great energy that has just needs a structure or just needs to see themselves clearly or just needs to understand who they are so they start moving accordingly. You know what I mean? Because life does a number on us. Life does a number on us and will have you not in touch with who you are, which is actually why I wrote this book, Survival to Sovereign. 111 Keys of Divine Identity. This is my 11th book, and I wrote it because I know a lot of us don't really know who don't know ourselves in a divine manner. They don't know us from the God within. We know ourselves through our roles, through our titles, through our mistakes, through our fears, through our slip ups. We know ourselves through the mask that we've worn for some of us for generations. And it's time for you to get in touch with your divine identity because when you know who you know who you are not. And you move differently, you move according, and you move in alignment to that. So 111 Keys of Divine Identity. This is available at brianhippolite.com. It's available everywhere. But let me tell you something. It's $111 if you go to Amazon. It's a matter of fact, shout out to everyone has purchased this book already off of Amazon. I love y'all. The life we accept, we accept all that. It's $111 on Amazon. And if you've been rocking with me for a while, once I put out a project, put out a book, for the first year, it's on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles and all those other sites for $111. But go to brianhippolite.com and get it for 33. So make sure you do that. And I'm going to sign it. I'm going to get it on the way to you. Give me a number between 1 and 111. I'm going to read you the corresponding key from this powerful book because I really want you to get some game. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about the things that we could be doing to become this greater, more the divine version of ourselves, a sovereign version of ourselves that's self-leading, self-sufficient, not dependent on all these other things, these external things to give us what it is that we're looking for out of life. Shout out to Manifest University and shout out to everyone at Manifest Mentorship. Matter of fact, my favorite mentee in the building, and we're going to hear from her in a moment. I'm looking forward to this conversation that we're about to have. I see key number 72. Let's get to it. Key number 72, creating quiet content. Why creation fails without structure. Creation rarely fails due to a lack of inspiration. It fails because energy has nowhere to land. Ideas arrive easily, but without structure, rhythm, and boundaries, creative forces disperse. What could have become form dissolved into distraction, half starts, and unfinished intentions. The problem isn't imagination, it is containment. Creativity requires a vessel. Containment is often mistaken for limitation. And truth is the condition that allows freedom to become functional. Without edges, energy leaks. Without rhythm, momentum collapses. Inspiration burns brightly and disappears. Containment does not stifle creativity, it protects it. The nervous system responds to containment immediately. When structure is present, the body relaxes, attention steadies, energy stops scanning for direction and becomes focused. When containment is absent, the system stays active, spending energy deciding rather than creating. And this is why uncontained creativity often feels exhausting rather than fulfilling. Creation matures through boundaries, time blocks, rituals, deadlines, and repetition give shape to what would otherwise remain abstract. These boundaries are not oppressive. They clarify what matters and eliminate endless choice. Containment allows depth to replace novelty. Creation requires containment. That's key number 72. Whatever it is that you're doing, get you a good structure, get you good alignment that allows you to do it effectively and efficiently. And you're going to be creating at a whole nother level. Yeah, it's Manifest Monday. We get to it. I see key number 11. I'm already knowing that it's one. Key number 11 says the choice that changes everything. There's a moment where everything shifts. It is quiet, internal, unannounced. No fireworks, no applause, no permission slip from the world, just a decision. This is the moment where survival ends and sovereignty becomes irreversible. Not because life gets easier, but because you become clearer. Many people believe they are stuck because they don't have enough choices, but that's not true. They're stuck because they are avoiding one choice. Choice between comfort and truth, familiarity and alignment, being liked and being sovereign, repeating the pattern or breaking the cycle, surviving or becoming. Everything else is a distraction. You don't drift into sovereignty, you choose it. Because it doesn't happen once, it happens daily. And the choice is this: will I abandon myself here or will I stand with my identity? See, survival says, just get through this. Don't rock the boat. It's not worth the conflict. Survival says, this is how it's always been. But sovereignty says, this isn't aligned. I choose myself here. I will not betray my truth. Sovereignty says, this ends with me. And there's a cost to this choice. The cost is the old version of yourself, old relationships, old identities, old coping mechanisms, and old excuses. But it gives you yourself. Sovereignty becomes irreversible the moment you stop negotiating with the part of you that wants to retreat. That's good. I'm going to read that again. Sovereignty becomes irreversible the moment you stop negotiation with the parts of you that wants to retreat. The moment you say, I will not go back, I will not shrink, I will not pretend, I will not betray myself to belong. From that point on, even when you struggle forward. Even when you stumble as yourself. You can't unsee what you've seen. You can't unknow your identity. You can't go back to pretending ignorance. And that's the point of no return. That choice that changes everything. Yeah, who needed to hear that today? Somebody needed to hear that today. And I'm so excited that you got it. I am so excited that you got it. Listen, I'm about to bring my favorite mentee on the line, and I probably shouldn't say that publicly because there's other mentees that ain't gonna like that as as much. But listen, this is like my long lost cousin or something. Like from the moment that we met, it was like, man, we family, and it's been an honor being her mentor. I want y'all to say what's up to Lichelle. Lichelle, how you doing? Yes, yes, I can hear you. Just you know, I've been out here working out and eating good and all that good stuff. So thank you. How you been? Good. Thank you for joining me. So you're in the Manifest Mastery program, and so I've been working with you for the last 6 months now. And what has it been like? Well, first of all, let's start with how did you even get into the mentorship program? Just a little bit, but we hear your glory. You good? You good? You good? Right. Okay. All right. So you join Manifest Mastery. Manifest Mastery is a $10,000 mentorship program. Have you ever got into uh made that type of investment into mentorship before? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome. That is awesome. So what is it that you were looking for when you came into the program? Oh. Yeah. Absolutely. It felt like you was a family member before you got in it, and we just didn't know each other. we, just, we just didn't know each other today. But that's definitely how it's been on my end as well. I enjoy our conversations. and make extra time to have these, because I know it's going to be a long conversation, but we having a good time. But I love that because it's really the God in me speaking to the God in you. So for you to even coin it, that way, that's the powerful thing about aligning with somebody in a mentorship, or even in any type of relationship that's tapped into their spirit, and they see the divinity in you, and building a relationship based off of that divinity is a beautiful thing. So I'm so happy that you joined the program. What would you say has been a aha moment that you've had, or something that's taken place since you've been in the mentorship program, where you was like, man, it's changed the way that I'm thinking, or changed the way that I'm moving, or changed the way I'm seeing myself. Like, what's something that you got?
You know what? Every time I speak with you, it's an aha moment. You give me something that I walk away and I feel like, wow, I never looked at it like that.
Mm,
Every conversation, you give me another perspective. Like I look at something one way, and then you would give me a whole nother way of looking at it. It's almost like take another look. And when I talk to you, it's like whatever we're discussing, you give me another way to look at it. So almost I don't can't remember a time that I didn't hang up feeling like it was an aha moment. And
okay.
then I get excited about it, and I try to tell people that spoke to me like, and Brian said this and Brian said that. It's so much good information that I can't even retrieve it all. So I love also that you send recaps. So in the
Mm,
middle of the week, I go through and I re-listen to those recaps. I reread the information that you send me. I read it and I'm listening to it, and it's always an aha moment
all
for
right.
me.
All right, yeah, because after each session, not only do you get the video recording of it, but you also get the notes and of what we talked
Yes.
about, or what we outlined, what was outlined during the session, marching orders to moving forward, with and different things like that. So yeah, I love that you use them, and that they.
Absolutely. And I read your books. You sent me books. All the books that you sent me, I have read over half of them. And every time I leave my house, I'm taking a book with me. Like that, your books are like my Bible.
I love that. I love that, and you're saying, and I love the results that you're seeing. So, tell us, what are some of those results that you have been experiencing since being in Manifest Mentorship Program?
I think clearly. I have clarification. Um, I understand things more. I understand myself more. I've learned things about myself that I didn't realize before. So I've learned a lot, and I've seen every part of my life just grow.
Okay, tell me, can you tell me something that you learned about yourself?
Um, I learned that, and this was kind of like a harsh reality, but I learned that I judge people, and or when I'm communicating with people, I'm communicating in a way to where it feels like they're being judged,
Mm,
or it comes off as judgmental. So I have changed the way that I communicate with my kids, my mother, my friends, everybody that I communicate with. I'm communicating with them with empathy, sympathy, compassion. So yes.
Because you was like, these people keep telling me that I'm judgmental. I don't think I'm judgmental, and then just said the most judgmental stuff
Yes,
out.
yes, Erica did something. Yes.
Yeah. So you weren't seeing it at
Yes,
all.
and you were so kind about even telling me, like, I'm honest with you about everything. You know, I wasn't,
Yeah.
and you've always been so patient and non-judgmental with me as well.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have no reason to judge. I'm here to
Did I lose you, Brian?
no, I'm still here.
I know I'm walking around. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Brian?
Yes, I can. I'm right here.
Did I lose you?
I'm right here. Can you hear me, Lachelle? I'm sure she'll come back. She'll tap back in.
Okay,
You there?
I think there was a lag in the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the last thing you heard me say?
Are you there?
Hmm.
Okay, because it's kind of freezing up and stuff. But yeah,
I appreciate you.
yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you well. I can hear you and I can see you well. I appreciate you coming.
Maybe, hold on. I'm going to go out and come back in. I can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So Michelle, like I said, Michelle's been in the Manifest Mastery program. I launched this program in 2025. I have two mentorship levels. There's the Manifest Mentorship and the Manifest Mastery program. The Manifest Mentorship is $2,000. The Manifest Mastery is 10. But within that, we are building structures that allow you to create generational wealth. It's much more than just the um, mentorship itself, and it's a powerful time for many people that are in the Manifest Mastery program. I'm helping them write a book, showing them how to publish a book and create streams of income. I'm on breaking generational curses and creating generational wealth. So I show you the generational wealth side on the systems that allow you to do that, on how to create an asset and monetize it, and and just the various things that allow you to protect yourself, your assets, and your heirs and set y'all up for greatness. That's a Manifest Mastery program. It's a powerful time. We meet twice a month. If that's something that you're interested in, definitely send me a DM and I'll get you more information on that. The Manifest Mentorship program, and there's payment plans available on all these. Obviously, the Manifest Mentorship program is $2,000. 6-month payments are available on it. It's all good, Lachelle. I appreciate you. Let me know when you ready to hop back in. But it's a powerful time, man. If you are at a space in your life where you are unlearning and relearning, you're redefining who you are and what you are and what it is that you want from your life. Definitely, if the things that you've seen from the music, the posts, all those things have aligned with you, then you might want to check into the mentorship program and see if it's a good fit for you. And we'll see if you're a good fit for me. I always say, send me a message, send me a DM, and I'll get you um, a link so that you can set up a free one-on-one session, an intake session, where I get to ask you a bunch of questions. You get to ask me a bunch of questions. I can explain the program to you, and we take it from there. Um, because it's important. It's important to be a good fit. It's important for the alignment. I'm not going to commit my 6 or 8 months of myself to someone that I don't want to. So um, I always tell everyone to go to send me a message so we can go through that first. But you can always go to brianhyppolite.com and sign up, and then you'll get that intake session. But that comes with the clause that after that intake session, if you're not a good fit, I'm going to send you your money back, like, because that's more important to me. It's for you to be somebody that I want to spend uh, the amount of time that we're going to be spending together for the next 6 to 8 months. And so if you do purchase your mentorship without doing the intake session, there is a possibility that you will not get into the program and you will just get refunded. So the way to get around that is to get accepted to the program, going through the intake process. And so you send me some interest, or send me a DM, let me know that you're interested. I will definitely get you more information on that. And we take it from there, man. You know, been doing this for 4 years now. And for the last 2 years, I've been focused on more on one-on-one mentorship instead of like small group coaching and different things like that. And I've really loved the results. I've been loving seeing the results taking place in people's lives as they get in alignment with themselves and then just take off to the next level, like Lachelle doing right now.
Absolutely.
What has been your favorite part of mentorship?
The one-on-one time with you, it gives me a chance to learn so much. So just having one-on-one time with you is my favorite part.
Okay. What's the most challenging part?
Most challenging part is changing things about myself that that's pointed out that I know that needs to be changed.
Mm, okay. All right. So all right. So then what's been the most rewarding thing then that you've changed about yourself, like that the most rewarding shift that's happened so far?
I communicate different. I communicate different. The same patience that you have with me, I try to have with others. With you, or you're very understanding. You never make me feel like I'm getting judged. And so when I communicate with others, I try to communicate with them on that level. And I also share things with my mother because I feel like generational curses have been that I'm changing, breaking generational curses. So
Yeah.
I try to share a lot of stuff with my mother.
I love
So
that.
she's growing too as well.
I love that. So this was a
Yeah,
generational investment.
she's growing as well. Yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely, absolutely. And I share things with my daughter as well. Yeah.
So this mentorship program is helping and healing multiple generations in your family in one fell swoop.
I'm sorry.
I said so this mentorship program is healing and helping multiple generations of your family at one time.
Absolutely. Even with my son, and my son, he's an adult, so I'm not raising him, so to speak, anymore. But he's learning. He's learning. I'm dealing with him different. I communicate with him different. We're on the phone for hours now. He gets excited about the growth that he's seeing and how I'm communicating and dealing with him in a different way as well.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that for y'all. That mother son
Yeah.
relationship is so
Yeah.
important.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Let me see. I don't got any other. I think those are all of my questions that I thought to ask you about
I
your
want to thank
experience.
you. Yeah, I really want to thank you, Brian. You've added to my life. This program has added to my life in so many ways. And the fact that you had some people took the time out to talk to me and be a reference for you. And if I could be talk to anyone that's thinking about getting in the program, I would 10 out of 10 highly recommend. And they could definitely call me and I'll get on the phone with them and talk to them because it's a program worth getting into
All right,
or
all right.
mentorship worth getting into.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And y'all,
Yeah.
I did not pay her to come on here and take
You did not.
and say this. she she volunteered on her own to come and share this information, and
I did. I did.
I'm
And I'm
honored.
excited about it.
I'm honored just to be on the receiving end and just to receive these flowers. But I do pray that it is useful to someone who might be on the fence or maybe even wondering, how do you even make that type of investment? I heard someone say that like those who are making um, six figures are normally investing four figures a year into their education and their evolution in the school in the skill sets that make them successful, and um, and those who are making seven figures are normally investing five figures a year into their education, their evolution, their advancement. And most, and so on and so forth. Most of the people that we know are making five figures a year, and most of them are not investing three figures a year into their growth and their evolution. And that's something that we as a culture just have to change, like just investing in ourselves. Like we'll pour so much money into our entertainment, and just our desires, but not the things that are going to allow us to be great versions of ourselves or even have the legacies that we want. So kudos to you
Yeah.
for even
You,
for being in alignment with that.
you know what? It was priceless. I don't even remember paying you. I honestly don't. I know that the payment clicked and the money was coming out, but I didn't miss the money at all. Like I
Yeah,
didn't notice that the money was gone, and then with the knowledge that I've gained, I'm sure I've doubled that or tripled that back.
right.
So yeah, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I love.
That's
And you know what? That's the way to spend the money. Like that, it's leaving and it's circulating. Every time I got to spend money anyway, it's like, listen, y'all have a good time out there doing what you're doing. I know you're gonna come back. You gonna that money gonna come right back, and you're gonna bring some of your friends with you.
yeah,
So go out there and make friends, and y'all come back to the house. But
absolutely.
that's the vibration to be in. I always tell people like, if you mad when you spend the money, that money is not coming back to you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, it
that's,
definitely came back. It probably tripled. So I didn't miss it at all. It was an investment that was definitely priceless and worth every penny of it. If I had to do it again, I would.
well, you know, you can sign back up. You know, if you want, if you want to.
Well, we talked different levels of family now, so
Say I got the VIP pass already.
yeah,
Yeah, that's real.
yeah. Well,
That's
thank you so much, Brian. Thank you.
You're welcome, Michelle. Thank you. I look forward to talking to you soon. You already know.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful evening.
You do
Wonderful night.
you do the same.
Okay.
So y'all listen. If you're interested in getting into my mentorship programs, either of them, send me a message, send me a DM. I'll get you more information so that we can schedule our one-on-one intake session and we take it from there. I'm on this journey right now to help as many people as I can go from survival to sovereign in your personal life. But first starting internally before we get to the way that is going to impact everything around you, just the way that is going to impact you, the things that is going to change, that's going to change for you, and what that means for your life and for your legacy. It's definitely time that we make that happen. So that's what I've been talking about lately. That's what I've been writing about lately. That's what the music has been about lately. Excuse me, I got something in my eye. Because there comes a point in time where survival is no longer the problem, it's just a limitation. I see a lot of people as I've been mentoring over the last couple of years who have been programmed by survival. And that's, we all know all the reasons why, and we know where that comes from. But we have this program that we're following that is geared towards survival. And you can't survive enough to get out of survival mode. Like you can't survive good enough to get into thriving mode. The roads that lead to surviving and thriving, they're going two completely different directions and have two completely different governing systems. So you're going to have to learn the systems that govern success and govern um, abundance, govern prosperity, govern multiplication, because we've been taught division. We've been taught the laws of subtraction. We've been taught the ways to divide and dissolve, the ways to start but not finish, the ways to not follow through. We've been taught how to invest to our destruction 1,000 times, but not how to invest in our evolution. So that's why even the choice that Lachelle made, like it's to join a mentorship program, priced at $10,000. How many people do you know that are investing in themselves like that? Let me tell you something. I used to think that that was a crazy thing. Not crazy in terms of bad, but crazy like, wow, you're able to do that. Like, because I know too many people who could. And let me be honest and let me be clear. Even when I launched my $10,000 program, I did it knowing that I would start to be in alignment with those who could afford it. Because me as a just as an entrepreneur, my previous program was $2,000, and I'm looking around, essentially pocket watching the world and trying to figure out if this is something that people could afford. Meanwhile, everyone that's in my $2,000 program is telling me like, you should be charging a whole lot more for what you're doing and for what you're offering, for the results that come from your leadership. You should definitely be charging what these folks over here is charging because you providing these type of results. And and I was hesitant. And I've come to different plateaus at different points of time in my professional career where um I needed to up my price. Long story short, I needed to up my price, and for one reason or not or another, I was holding on to the previous price, but I needed to up the price. And each and every time I've come to this crossing the road, I was hesitant at it, and I stayed at it for a second, and it would take something else happening, kind of another sign of confirmation, or whether it came through a person, a conversation, or whatever, to be like, oh yeah, you go ahead and make that move, But the moment that I decided I was going to have a $10,000 mentorship program, I started coming in contact with people who could afford my $10,000 mentorship program. I started having conversations with the same random conversations I was having before. You know, I'll tell you another thing. I started being intentional about it. I started going to places and hanging in places, space where people got some money. I go to a gym. The gym that I go to, the Mountainside Fitness that I go to, it's in a particular area where everybody in the area, listen, everybody in this area got it. Everybody in this area can they got it. They can afford it. So I drive 30 minutes from my house past two Mountainside Fitness to go to this gym. Where if I'm having a 5 or 6 figure conversation, I'm having it with someone who can have that type of conversation. You got to position yourself for the things that you want, especially as an entrepreneur. But outside of that, just whether it's coming through the internet, whether it's coming through just places and spaces that I am journeying to, traveling to, I come in contact with people that can afford this $10,000 product. So I'm saying that to encourage those entrepreneurs out there. You got to know your worth, add tax plus interest, and if you're not doing that, you're hustling backwards. Know your worth, add tax plus interest, because if you only knew what it took for me to know what to tell you, if you only knew everything that had to happen, the prices that had to be paid for me to have this wisdom give you. Yeah. So know your worth, add tax plus interest. Give me another number if you would like me to read you the corresponding key from survival to sovereign, 111 keys of divine identity, man. It's Manifest Monday. What are you manifesting? What is it that you're bringing into your existence? Shout out to Manifest University, the mighty and you. Y'all already know I love y'all to life. Everybody that's in Manifest Mentorship or Manifest Mastery. Big shout out to everyone that has been supporting my music, whether you streaming it, whether you be going to Hyppolite.com, picking your own price and downloading my latest album, Tropical Depression. Um, everybody that's been showing the love, man. Thank you so much. Big shout out to everyone that's been purchasing this book off of Amazon. Big shout out to everyone that's been going and paying the $111 that Survival the Sovereign is listed for on Amazon. You don't gotta be like them folks. I love them though. I love them folks. If you see any of them folks, tell them I love them. Unfortunately, I ain't get an opportunity to autograph that book because they ordered it from Amazon. But I would definitely autograph their book if they pull up on me and tell me they got it off Amazon, because I know they paid that tax. Listen, you can go to BrianHippolite.com right now. You can get it for $33. 33, Survival the Sovereign, 111 keys of divine identity. Give me a number between 1 and 111. I'm going to read you the corresponding key, because it's so important that we get beyond survival mode. This was written for those who have outgrown reaction, urgency, and overfunctioning, but have not yet stabilized into self-command. So this is a book that's going to allow you to be a greater version of yourself. And if that's what you want, if that's what you're into, then listen, the paperback's available, the ebook's available. The audiobook is going to be available in 2 weeks. I'm excited for y'all to have that as well. It will be streaming on all platforms, just like the Manifesting You book that I've made available to you. So, and yes, I am reading the book. So, greatest shall you be, greatest shall you doing, greatest shall you have, man. Thank you so much for rocking with me, for vibing with me. And for tapping in with me, is Manifest Monday. I want to know what it is that you manifesting. I want to know what it is that you are pulling out of the cosmos and bringing into your existence. What is it that you're taking out of your mind and putting it into your hands? What is it? That's important. That's extremely important. And the next most important thing is who who do you have to become in order to not only do it but to keep it, and not only to bring it into fruition but keep it healthy, keep it prospering, keep it multiplying, keep it sustaining. Who do you have to become? Because that's such a key in manifestation. Becoming the version of you, not that just can have it, but that can keep it. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I love y'all to like. Thank you so much for tuning in and tapping. Let me read you a little bit from this. Mm, mm. I think I'm gonna start with today's is February the 23rd. We'll go with key 23. Let's see what that is. Happy year of the horse, by the way. Okay. Key number 23 is discipline without abandonment. For many, discipline was introduced through force. Rules were enforced without attunement. Expectations were set without context. Effort was demanded without regard for capacity. Over time, discipline became associated with pressure, self denial, and emotional override. This is why discipline often feels like self betrayal rather than self respect. It asks you to override your body instead of work with it. Self abandonment happens when you push past limits without listening, when you dismiss exhaustion as weakness, when you ignore emotion in the name of productivity, when you force consistency without compassion. This version of discipline may produce results, but it fractures the relationship with self. Achievement increases while self trust erodes. Discipline without self abandonment is relational. It listens before it demands, it adjusts instead of punishes, it accounts for capacity, season, and truth. It is rooted in commitment, not control. True discipline does not silence the body, it includes it. Consistency does not require harshness. A disciplined life is built through rhythms that are sustainable, not through intensity that burns out. Progress is made through return, not force. When discipline honors capacity, it becomes stabilizing instead of depleting. When discipline honors capacity, it becomes stabilizing instead of depleting. And this is how discipline becomes something you trust instead of something you endure. I don't know who needed to hear that, but listen, that's the difference. That makes discipline something that you trust instead of something that you endure, something that you got to go through and get through. I mean, just like any of us that's ever got into fitness, like once you start to see those results and you start to enjoy what you're going through because you know what is getting you, and you start to lock in on your discipline, you're not enduring these workouts anymore. You're waking up bright and early and getting to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm in the gym by 5:30 in the morning. I'm in the sauna by 7:15. You hear what I'm saying? I'm back at the house doing homeschool at 8 o'clock in the morning. But most people are just getting to it. I've already done more than most people are even gonna push themselves to do, and I feel good about that. It make everything else that I do throughout the day feel good. You know what I'm saying? And it used to take discipline that I had to endure. That I used to wake up and be like, oh my gosh. Now most mornings I'm up before my alarm and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get to it because I'm excited about the results. And when you tap in with that, the discipline is just there. You know what I mean? Just like when you love your person, like discipline is just there. Like you don't gotta work hard at being faithful to somebody that you love, somebody that you really down with, someone that you really care for, someone that you invested in. Like you don't you don't need help with the discipline of loyalty to them, because it's true and because it's genuine, right? You're not enduring that discipline. It's an honor and a privilege to rock with you like this. So that's really what it's all about, man. Greatest how you be, greatest how you do, greatest how you have. I love y'all to life. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for supporting the music, supporting the books, and everything else that's going on. And there's a lot of more amazing things coming to you this year. So be great, be powerful, be guys. Until next time, if you're interested in Manifest Mentorship, definitely send me a message on whatever platform you connect with me on, and I'll get you a link so we could chop that up one-on-one and see my mentorship program. It's something that's good for you, your life, and your legacy. If this is the right season for it, if it's all in alignment, then we'll take it from there. You know what I mean? If you're rocking with my music, whether you're streaming it, if you've been streaming it, you can go to brianhyppolite.com, pick your own price, and download my latest album, Tropical Depression. And I'm so grateful for all y'all support on that. And of course, my 11th book, Survival the Sovereign, is at brianhyppolite.com. Everywhere else is I'm taxing everywhere else, but all my family and friends, you can connect. If you can connect with me enough to know that you could go to brianhyppolite.com. Go ahead and get this book for $33. This is the biggest book I've written to date. Let's see, it's 257 pages. You know, a lot of my other books are about, like, Manifesting You is half the size. You know what I'm saying? Can you see that? Like, Manifesting You is half the size of this, and most of my books are about this size, about 130 pages or something like that. This is about 260. A lot of positive and powerful information is going to change your life and legacy, and it's at brianhyppolite.com. I love you to life. I wouldn't water you if I ain't want you to grow. A rising tide raises all boats. So if this added some value to you, add some value to someone else. Not just by sharing this live with them, but give them some of that game that I gave you. You know what I'm saying? Greatest shall you be, greatest shall you do, greatest shall you have. But what you gotta know is true. What's your greater resistance? Stay tapped in, man. I'm gonna see you at brianhyppolite.com. Peace.